Welcome back. Double profit, zero extra risk, wholesale real estate hacks. Let's talk about some hacks. Okay. We talked about commitment, consistency, all that kind of stuff, but let's talk about some hacks. If you want to double your wholesale profits without working harder or risking more. Now, these are the same hacks I've used to pull 15, 25, $30,000 deal and even $82,000 assignment fees. And today I'm going to break down exactly how to do it. Now, when people hear double your profit, they usually think it means doing double the work, but not. Okay. Actually, it means the opposite. Twice the marketing is what people think. They think twice the cost, they think twice the headaches. But in real estate, especially wholesale real estate, that's not how it works. The key isn't to work harder, it's to work smarter. Because wholesale real estate at its core is about leverage. Leverage. You know what leverage is? Oh, I'm a student of leverage. Leverage is what allows you to multiply your income without multiplying your effort. It's that simple. It's using systems, partnerships, and of course, automations, especially in this AI world, to get more done in less time and without adding risk. You see, this business isn't about how many hours you grind. It's about how efficiently you move through the 5 stages: data, contact, leads, contract, and deals. And you do that using the 3 processes that power everything: marketing, acquisition, and disposition. When all 3 work together in synergy, your profits multiply naturally. And that's what we're driving at today, right, in this segment. Okay, so let's get into the 4 hacks that can literally double your profit margins without doubling your workload. Hack number 1: joint venture with other wholesalers, JV with other wholesalers. This one alone can change your entire business overnight. It doesn't have to be a competition. JV stands for joint venture, of course, like I just said, right? It means partnering up with other wholesalers, not to compete, but to collaborate. In this world we live in, everything's about collaborations. Okay, and here's the truth: every wholesaler has 1 or 2 problems. Either they've got deals but no buyers, or they've got buyers, no deals. When you JV, you bring those 2 sides together, or you bring another piece of small part of the process together, right? Let's say you've got a great deal under contract, but your buyers list is limited. Instead of letting it sit and scrambling to find someone, you call another wholesaler, just 1 call away, somebody who has active buyers on their list, and you split the profit 50-50, and both of you win. There's more than enough money to go around. That same model works in reverse, right? In reverse too, right? So if someone in your network has a contract but can't move it, offer to help find a buyer. Just don't try to lock them up in a contract. You bring value, they get paid, and you earn your share. You didn't spend a single dollar on new marketing. You just leverage relationships, real estate, real estate, right? And once you start doing this regularly, you realize that the wholesale game is not about isolation. It's about integration. The people who make the most money in this space are usually the most connected. Okay, they're people that you see at the event, not just the most active. So start building your JV network. Connect with local wholesalers. Join real estate Facebook groups, or attend your local REIAs. We call them REIAs, Real Estate Investors Associations. Share your deals, share your buyers, and watch your profit opportunities multiply. Hack number 2: recycle your dead leads every 90 days. You generated a lead and it's crickets, right? This one is massive, because one of the biggest mistakes wholesalers make is thinking that a no today means a no forever. That's one of the greatest mistakes you can make, okay? Because no one has all the money in the world for just marketing on their own. A no today does not mean no forever. It doesn't. People's situations change. Motivation changes. A seller who wasn't ready last quarter might be desperate today. And that's why I follow what I call the 90-day rule. I shared that with you earlier, right? Every 90 days, go back through your old leads. Think in cycles of 90 days, every quarter. Go back through your old leads, the ones who ghosted, the ones that said not interested, the one that told you to call later, right? The one, recontact them. Okay, I'm not talking about do not call list. Just recontact those and check and say, hey, we spoke a few months ago about your property at 123 Main Street. Just wanted to see if your plans have changed and are you still thinking about selling? Okay, and you'll be amazed how many people will respond with, actually, yes, I'm ready now. You'll be surprised. And you didn't have to buy another list or spend a dime on new marketing, right? You just recycled your pipeline. And that's the power of consistency. Again, remember, this is a pipeline business. The results you're seeing today are from the work you did 90 days ago. Keep that pipeline moving, and it will start paying you on autopilot. Hack number 3. Use automation, use AI when the chance presents itself. It's called leverage. Use these things to multiply your outreach. Here's where the pros separate themselves. Here's where the winners separate themselves from the losers. Most wholesalers are doing everything manually, dialing by hand because they call it they're broke, right? Getting frustrated and writing every follow-up text, updating spreadsheets late in the night. And while they're busy doing that, the winners are letting automation do 80% of the heavy lifting. Technology is cheap, super cheap. And if you want to scale your income, you need systems, you need CRMs. Okay, again, don't overstack, but you need something. You need automations, you need AI tools that will keep your pipeline alive even when you're not working. And a good CRM will track every lead, remind you when to follow up, and send automated messages, information, or automate the reminder for you. So you keep things at the top of mind when it comes to sellers. So imagine you talk to a seller who's not ready yet. Instead of forgetting about them, you have a list on PropStream somewhere, and or your CRM, any CRM, okay? And you are checking in with them and you say, hey, just wondering. You can use automation as much as you can. Hey, just wondering if you made a decision about your property. That one automation can turn cold leads into warm leads. You never know. Your timing is always right. The timing of your prospects are not always right, but the timing is always right for you, for the system you set up. So there are plenty of CRMs out there. Choose one that fits your budget and your workflow, and some even integrate AI tools that allow your leads, suggest next steps, and personalize your outreach. So remember, let's keep it simple, okay? Don't get overwhelmed. Keep it simple, okay? Automation doesn't replace you. It amplifies you, okay? It gives you the leverage to have hundreds of active conversations without burning out. And when you combine automation with your joint venture network, your JV network, and your recycled leads, your deal flow will start to compound, okay? Will start compounding out, and that's when things start to get exciting, okay? It looks like it's always feel, but it's because of the work you've done 90 days ago. Now, hack number 4, negotiate terms, not just price. This one's a mindset shift. Most wholesalers focus only on price. I told you there's no hard rule here. It just depends, okay? Can I get it cheaper? That's not your language, but the professional, they know how to negotiate also in terms, timeline, things, the other things, inspection timelines, other stuff like that can go into the deal, or even using notes, promissory notes and stuff like that to close deals. Sometimes you can get a higher assignment fee, not by lowering the purchase price, but by simply adjusting the terms of the deals. Maybe you negotiate a flexible closing timeline, or you get access to the property before closing to show it to buyers, or maybe you structure a double close or a novation agreement. That's another one we can talk more about later on, so you can sell it at a full retail after minor improvement. These terms create opportunities that most wholesalers overlook. All right. So let's say a seller, he won't budge. He or she won't budge on price, but they're willing to give you 60 days to close. That's leverage. Use it, leverage it. Now you've got time to line up the perfect buyer, maybe even multiple buyers, or create a bidding war. I don't like bidding wars personally. Or maybe you negotiate a early possession so you can start marketing immediately. Okay, maybe they want to leave it vacant, and that one move can shave weeks off of your closing timeline. All right, so when you start thinking in terms, not just price, you unlock deals that others might not see, or otherwise you might not be able to turn into deals. So that's how you double your profit without adding additional risk. Because the reality is this: you don't have to swing harder to hit home runs in this business. You just have to relax, look at things, and then, hey, decide. There might be a couple of leverage points that you can leverage to your favor to solve the problem. You just have to learn how to position yourself smarter. Now, let's tie all of this back to the framework we've been talking about throughout this series, right? Everything we just covered: joint venture partnerships, lead recycling, automation, and better negotiation are simply ways to make your three core processes work more efficiently together. Okay, marketing brings the data and the leads, right? The data turned to leads. That's all still marketing. And then acquisition converts those leads into contracts, right? Now we're at the third stage now. And then disposition turn those contracts into cash. And when you tighten the synergy over time, okay, when you tighten that synergy between those three, when they feed each other smoothly, your 5 stages: data, contact, leads, contract, deals, they start to flow naturally. And that's where true profit scaling happens. Okay, so let's look at a quick example before we round up. All right, imagine you pull a list pendants list from myempirepro.com/big data, right? That's your data stage. And then you skip trace, or you contact them using inbound. I like inbound better. You contact the sellers using inbound automation tools. That's your marketing, okay? And acquisition all together, working together. And then you close deal, but instead of struggling to find a buyer, your JV, or you JV with another wholesaler and a person who already has active investor network, and that's disposition powered by partnership. Why? Wait, what's the result? You just turned one solid lead into a higher paying deal without spending any extra money or taking on any extra risk. You profit $10,000. Okay, no, somebody else found the buyer for you. Split the profit. You just made $5,000. All right. And remember, it's a pipeline. It compounds out over time. That $5,000 somewhere in the future is $50,000. And that's the beauty of leverage. You don't have to be the biggest. You just have to be the most strategic. Okay. Because this is a business. It's a business system, and it compounds over time. And once you start thinking this way, the business stops feeling like a hustle. It starts to feel like a machine you built, a machine that runs smoothly, and a machine that pays you consistently, because that's the end goal. Not just to make a quick check here and there, but to build a real business that runs on systems, that runs on its own, relationships, and consistency. Okay. And if you were a machine, it would be boring, but you're not a machine. You understand systems. You now have the full $10,000 per month blueprint, from staying focused to mastering commitment and consistency to analyzing deals fast, using list pendants to find hidden properties, hidden opportunities, if you will, and finally doubling your profit through leverage. Okay. So now's your turn. If you're serious about building your own wholesale system, wholesale real estate system, get the data and the step-by-step guide, everything you need. There's no need to purchase course. Just go through or purchase a $30,000 course. Just go to myempirepro.com/big data, and let's make your next deals your biggest yet. Okay. In due time, I'll be right back. Yes, I promise you, in due time, I'll be right back. Go watch some other videos on the channel. We'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers. This is Ola at My Empire Pro, your favorite real estate coach. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your empire starts today. I've written 3 game-changing books. Download them free at myempirepro.com/books. I'm also looking for partners, money, time, or anywhere in between. If that's you, visit myempirepro.com/partners. And if you want to try the all-in-one PropStream software for free, go to myempirepro.com/PropStream. Stay tuned. Let's build your $10,000 per month real estate empire.